Hi, Jack here again. I'm speaking about the creation of the soul construct. Okay, now what Anu and them realized was that when beings died and they crossed over, now the consciousness system inside human beings during the time at the mind placement and the whole spine, the soul construct didn't exist there then yet. The soul construct is also a system placement. Remember that. It was a system placement inside the solar plexus which contained all your memories of past experiences in past lives. Okay? Now you're probably asking, why the hell did they then create the soul construct? What was the reason and what was the purpose thereof? The soul construct is another religion, to be honest. It is another method used to spawn separation, if I place it to that perspective, because human beings, and I presume they still do, and I actually know they still do, believe there exists something like a soul. I am apparently this soul. No, that is the absolute statement of separation, of limitation. If you're just going to define yourself according to a soul, well then I'll see you at the end of the process when you finally realize who you are. The creation of the soul was when Anu basically realized that they have a problem. The following problem occurred. When the beings, went and experienced their lives here on earth, their systems couldn't handle the containment of memory of past experiences. Their entire mind consciousness system that was placed inside them, it couldn't absorb. See, if you experience something like, I'm talking to you here now, and I'm going with my hands like this, I'm putting my hands down, that's a moment. Done. And if I go like this, for instance, that was a moment. Now, what I showed you there was now a moment that is now past. I'm now again here doing this with my hands. This is the next moment. Just to maybe explain a moment. Now, within this existence, every moment you experience, or you can take it to a breath. Breathing in, breathing out. One moment, next moment. Breathing in, breathing out, next moment. So that's moments. Now in existence, as human beings experience themselves, moments become memories. Well, that's how human beings as mind consciousness systems were programmed. That every moment you experience becomes a memory that is stored in your mind to remember. Because the mind consciousness system works according to memory. So if something occurs late in your life, you will notice that your life goes into cycles. One cycle begins and another ends, which is from 1 to 7. Then again from 7 to 13, 13 to 18, 18 to 22, 22 to 27, and so it continues. Those cycles are cycles from a beginning to an end, and they're actually exactly the same. The only thing that changes you, according to your mind consciousness system evolution development. And the cycles are exactly the same, but you won't notice it at all because you're not aware of it. Now, what happens is the following. You have one cycle. The first cycle is where you kind of start developing your entire mind consciousness system, which is your unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind, which is from about 0 to 7 years old. During that time, that's now the one cycle. Now, all your moment experiences is stored as memory in your mind, okay? So now the next cycle starts, which is 7 to 13 years old. Now, it is the same beginning as when you were 0 at 13, and now your mind uses memories from when you were 0 to 7 years old to kind of assist you in experiences that you have here from 13 to 18, for instance. And so the loops continue upon each other. So actually, you're actually always existing in memory. And then what happens from now 13 to 18 is that from 7 to 13, sorry, from 7 to 13, you've got 0 to 7 and 7 to 13. So from 0 to 7, you have your one loop, and then you have from 7 to 13, your next loop is actually exactly the same. Here you have now past memories stored in your mind because of experiences you've had from 0 to 7, which is used during the period from 7 to 13 to kind of keep you in the same loop always. So human beings literally exist in memories. They found that because of the whole memory system on which the mind consciousness systems are based and required, the systems cannot handle it. And the system started knocking out badly, really bad. People started becoming barbaric, crazy. And that's when the soul construct was developed. The soul construct was a place where most of your memories during your life were contained. Not all, most. Usually the most important memories were something to do with relationships that was remained, relationships regarding your family specifically, because your relationship with your family is the most important, because that is the relationship that you will bind and tie yourself with another human being in your world. That was number one. The second was some form of a belief in something or someone, very important. Next, of course, your personality and your behavior, and then experiences you've had because of your personality and behavior with other beings that you've used to kind of manifest, reactive behaviors to kind of defend yourself in this world, to survive. Oh God, survival, definitely. Other memories were then stored into your solar plexus, into the soul construct, so that when you die, all your memories from the life you've just had, including your lives before that, is all contained in your solar plexus in the soul construct. This was also used, what do they call it, with the Akashic records, where they recorded all your lives, your experiences, what you've done, but also mainly a fear manifestation construct, apparently, where a book is written about your lives and who you were and what you've done. So, this is Jack. I will continue my next interview. Thanks.